I've watched other communities get a lot of things right and a lot of things wrong. And I don't get to judge them. It's not my place. I fail to be Jesus every day, so it's not my place. Fair? Having said that disclaimer, I've seen a lot of people who were Forex jump into prop firms and or Forex futures, let me get my words right, claim to be experts and make an exponential amount of mistakes and write them off. I make mistakes every day and I do my best to own them, blah, blah, blah. So I'm saying this long-winded thing. I'm sorry, I'm not, short here, but to say I am not an expert at prop firm future trading. I am definitely not. I'm a great trader. Having said that, my opinion from what I'm experiencing, my very minimal prop firm futures experience, is a lot of times for me, and I'm gonna get out my annotate, if I had to choose, let's say I sold here. We'll just use the super trend. I sold here and I put my stop loss in profit, right here. This gets hit so stinking often. I think if our goal is to protect and or be out of this trade, and now we've swept this low, we've made our lower low, so can we come back up here? Absolutely. I think a good method or something to consider, and this is just management, this is just money, okay? If you're on a prop firm, would be, especially if you're trading micros, right? There is a benefit. I know micros have higher fees, but you have more flexibility with how you trade them, would be to close out of some of it. So let's say you have 10 micros, okay? As you hit certain targets, like what you need for your little, whatever you're at on whatever firm, et cetera, close out of a portion, a percentage of your trade. Close out of a percentage of your trade and let the rest run versus locking and choking this. And I know that messes up their little algorithm of what they promote on their YouTubes and stuff of, they took 87 trades or whatever, or win-loss ratios and stuff like that. I know that it messes up the numbers. But in terms of long-term sustainability, the one thing I would tell you from all of this, I can't tell you about copper, sorry. And even the pattern that you're seeing, I think it's irrelevant from the daily, sorry. But the method of, I took my entry, I've got 10 micros, and I lock it here, the value of this amount of money is less than, the value, sorry. If you do get stopped out, the value of this, so you still had your risk, right? Your risk is your risk. The value of this happening versus taking out a percentage here, and here, the value is more. And remember, we don't care about who we impress with our numbers. The numbers don't pay your bills. And they sure as heck don't get your wife or your spouse all super happy. They don't care. They care about what you withdrew. They care about the dollars that you made, right? Let's use Top Step. I'm very much so in love with what I've seen so far. But I know that they have to have content for their YouTube. They've got to have people talking and they got to talk about something, right? It's your attention is what's for sale right now. I get it. But other than that, very heavy-hearted to say, remember, your only goal is your dollars. So that's the one thing I would really recommend in terms of this whole spiel we just went through, is to remember that your only goal is to get the most value and dollars for the amount of risk you're taking. And this method, from everything I've seen, is not the best. The whole hey, I locked, and I've done it a billion times, so I'm still part of the problem. I'm just sharing my journey with you.